This is a brief introduction to our ReadyGolf solution that has been built to provide a solution for a community of golfers to be able to use various golf courses paying a single fee. This is a unique solution that uses Umbraco as content management system, but extends it to deliver a complex business solution that also supports the latest handicap system in golf that's being introduced in November 2020. Um, we are using Umbraco in the solution not only to manage content but as a framework to deliver a business solution. Um, Now, to explain the technical aspects, give you brief introduction about technical aspects. The solution uses Umbraco 8.4.0. Version 8.4.0. Now, I would like to show you the Visual Studio project. This is the Visual Studio project. To be able to maintain it, we've got different projects set up, which is this is globals, which has got the global constants, enums, etc. These are some of the helpers which are sitting here. There are helper functions in it. um, then these are all models, so this is entity framework model mainly, which goes to one of the business databases that we use along with the Umbraco database. And this is the repository. We use a repository pattern with the data injections. So just to show you an example, these are the data injections and all the various methods um, which have been created for providing the functionality in this solution. This is the main Umbraco solution. To give you the main um, aspects of this project, we use web APIs. So main controller, just have a look at the main controller, uses the Umbraco API controller, and every all these other API controllers use the main controller. So, and these are the main controllers which provide interaction with the business database. Just to show you the databases, it would be useful while I'm mentioning them. These are the two databases that we use. One is this is the main ReadyGolf underscore main database, which has got all the business specific data, and this is the ReadyGolf Umbraco database, which has got all the Umbraco data. Uh, so the ReadyGolf underscore main, which is the business database, has got these different kind of tables which are specific to the business rules of the solution. This has got like the course example. The course has got the golf course information. Um, these are rules which have been set up for the golf course. These are the slots. Every golf course provides days and the slots, which are basically stored here. So every day has got like a start time. This kind of information is maintained in this table, and the whole database is really um, the extension to the Umbraco CMS, if you'd like to say. All the data related to the extended functionality for this business solution sits in this database. Now to come back to the Visual Studio solution, these are all the web APIs as I have mentioned. Then we use in the front end Angular JS. Angular JS, basically all these art controllers is being heavily used to give uh, asynchronous calls which go to the web APIs, and all the data interaction for the main business solution happens uh, through the AngularJS and web APIs. So to look at, there's a lot of functionality built into these controllers, and these are the factories which basically go to the controllers here. So if you see, this is book T API, which goes to this book T API controller. Remove existing T booking example. Yeah. All these are mainly, the views which are specific to Umbraco. These are the Angular templates. We are using is specifically, Angular JS to go. We are using a step-through kind of wizard to for the users, and these Angular templates are controlled through the UI view. Uh, uh, and these are the templates which are populated into the UI view. Just to give you a brief an example, yeah, book, yeah. So these are the UI views, yeah. And when this page is loaded, it basically goes into this Angular templates controller. Angular templates controller is a specific controller, yeah, which populates based on some of these settings which are in the common controller here. See these templates, yeah. So it populates based on these templates. No, wait, yeah. So if you see, this is the call to the Angular templates controller that we have looked at, which is here, and based on this, it serves these pages. Yeah, book T step 1. If you had a look at, this is the call for the book T step 1, and that's the book T step 1. I'll show this now. I'll show this now in the user interface, which will give you, yeah, which will make it more clear for you. So I'm just going to log in as a member. There are two different kind of users at the moment. One is member and one is administrator. This is, as a member, you should be able to book a tea, and these are like material JS kind of controllers that we are using, and let's try to book one for, let's say, 10th. Now this all information we've seen sits in the readygolf_main database, which is specific for the business requirements, for the business logic to work. And this is basically the step through wizard. We've got two steps, and we have seen that there are two Step one was the select course, that one, and this is the second step, step two. Now in this step, yeah, once you have selected the golf course, you can now book a tee for yourself. I'm just going to give you a quick example, and you can add the members here. I'm not going to do that, or you can also add like guests here. Yeah, and there are lots of rules which control different kind of things in it. How many members can be added, how many guests can be added. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to show you basic functionality of adding a T. Let's say, if I wanted to just book myself as a member. So that books the T, and that actually sends emails to players and also the club. And now it immediately refreshes the page. This is all the magic of the asynchronous calls, and gives you like a desktop uh, you know desktop experience. This was as a member. I'll just show you some functionality for the administrators. Mainly they are able to see all the members who are here. They can edit them, uh, change their passwords here. Oh, so this is a guest. So but so this is a guest, but uh, the members, yeah, the guest, because you saw that message, because the guest cannot log in. Only the members are allowed to log in. But here, this is a member, and you know you can change as an administrator. You can change the information. Also can have a look at the teas which are being booked, and gives you additional functionality actually. So we booked a tea on 10th, isn't it? Yeah. uh, as an administrator, you can go and cancel the teas if you like. So all the courses that are available are here, which are controlled by the Umbraco. Yeah, just to show you quickly the Umbraco backend. Yeah, this is all the functionality of Umbraco, and it's mainly used to control only the front end. The back end has got pages, but mostly some of the pages in the back end are maintained using Umbraco. Others are mostly programmatic. These are the pages mainly. These these are the document types for the pages, which are mainly content for content. Just to again show you the Visual Studio project, we were talking about the AngularJS and the web APIs that we have used. Um, Also, we've got entity framework, which we use um, for as an ORM to the ReadyGolf underscore main business database. So really, from the technical perspective, we use web APIs, entity framework 6, AngularJS, repository pattern. um, Obviously, it uses Umbraco version 8.4.0. all the templates have been built using Bootstrap 4. I hope this gives a good introduction to our solution. If you have any more questions, please feel free to contact us. Thank you very much.